that Sopology has courted you and you are now ready and ripe for marriage.
Yes.
How was the decision for you to be a wife done?
In February of 2016.
February 2016.
Yes, yes. We are in Meru one evening together with his friends. And the friends here are okay, let me not mention the names because they are not in this.
They are not in this matter.
But together with his friends, we all talked about formalizing our engagement. That proposition actually came from Mithika himself. And he said he wanted to go to my home immediately. So we looked at the diary, and the earliest that could have happened was in April during the Easter holiday, because it was a longer holiday. And since Nandi is far, we needed to get people from Meru, get them prepared to go to Nandi. So we needed more days so that they can be able to travel, take rest, and go to and do the ceremony. So the idea and the date was mooted in February of 2016.
That is when the Englishmen say the proposal of time.
Yes.
Is that true? Thank you. Then, is it your evidence that you agreed that he and his people come to your home?
It is a tradition, and of course we knew he had to come to Nandi. That is the reason they chose the Easter holiday, because of traveling to Nandi.
Was it agreed that by both you and him that, based on the customs, he must come to Nandi? That's what you're telling this for?
Yes, but the date was to be confirmed after I talked to my parents, because they were going to be our hosts.
Very well. Now the idea has been mooted. What happened after that?
After that, I talked to my siblings first, notably Dorothy and Billy. And then I talked to my mom. My mother then, after discussions, agreed on the date. He already knew about Mithika earlier than that. So when we talked about this date, she was in agreement with it, but she needed to consult her relatives as well, who don't live with us in Nandi, because my relatives live in Kericho.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All this time of courtship, were you ever told that Mithika was available to marry?
All the time of courtship, we talked about his marriages, because I had these children from the different marriages. So when I was introduced to these children, the first child, I was told they parted with the mother a long time ago.
Who told you that?
Kitany-Linturi.
Yes.
And the second child, I was also told they parted with the mother. And for the third child, I was also given the same information, that they parted with the mother. And that is the reason why they were even fighting for custody of that child.
Were you ever told that your boyfriend was married?
He himself said he was married, and he had been married to all these women, not specifically one marriage. So he mentioned the first wife, who was the mother of the first child, and they parted ways. He went into the second marriage, and they parted ways. And he went into this third marriage, they parted ways. Yeah. And I was now being proposed to be a wife.
I don't know if the defense will be objecting for us asking the names of those married women, because part of the evidence we have is they are saying that.
The names can be given, Your Honor, but nothing salacious about their character and
Oh, no, that is not about. Who were you told was Mithika's first wife?
Mithika's first wife was called Susan Bashiri Kimani.
Susan Sheri Kimani. What were you told about her in terms of the existence of the marriage? Nothing outside that. Was she still a wife by the time you were being told about her?
No, that she was no longer a wife.
She was no longer a wife. The second wife you were told is who?
Mercy Kaimeni Pinkin.
Mercy Kaimeni.
Pinkin.
The?
Pinkin.
Pinkin.
T-H-I-N-K-I.
As the second wife.
Yes.
T-H?
I-N-K-I.
What were you told about Mercy?
That they had divorced.
She had been divorced.
Yes.
The third wife?
The third wife was Helen Mumbi Kariuki.
Helen Mumbi
Kariuki.
Kariuki. What were you told about Helen Mumbi Kariuki?
They had also divorced.
That they had also divorced. Who told you this information?
I was told this information by Kitany-Linturi himself.
Who told you? So you are to be number
4.
how wife number 4. Then you are told after the proposal you lived up with your parents.
Yes.
What happened when you told your parents that your boyfriend wants to be officially introduced?
So I told my mom, and my mother said he would come to me, he would tell me the availability of that date, and whether that was in agreement with everybody else after she talks to my uncles and aunties who live in Kericho. So she then made a phone call to them.
Yes, proceed.
She made a phone call to them, and they agreed to have a meeting, a physical meeting, to have that, to do that discussion. So my mother traveled from Nandi to Kericho.
Yes.
My mother traveled from Nandi to Kericho. I can't remember the exact dates, but it was around March of 2018. March of 2016, sorry. March of 2016. So they had a meeting, and one of my uncles was tasked to ask me a few questions, and they called me, or my uncle called me and asked me the questions they were asking were whether this gentleman I was getting married to was available for marriage. That was one of the questions they asked. The other question